Out on last night, but the line was what made it easy for him. It's on leg stump, heading further down, and all Van Allen has to do is help it on its way. And then he did it perfectly.
He did, just got inside the line and helped it on its way. It was the perfect line for the shot. You know he's going to take it on, Bondi, don't you? He's not shy. He's got a well-used bat there. There's plenty of tape on that bat. It's one of his favourites. Quite often you'll get a player that has a bat, he'll keep using it until it breaks in two. But look at him play now, so there's not that gap there was earlier in the previous over.
It's just little things like that that enable a batsman to get away. You don't want Van Allen getting his confidence up early, because all of a sudden he can flick the switch. We've seen that strike rate just under 170, and all of a sudden New Zealand are off and running.
Yeah, he can do some damage rather quickly, can't he? Change a game just like that. That's why he's at the top for New Zealand, and he's been given that freedom, which is important. Got a young player, doesn't carry any baggage, he just wants to hit the ball hard. Carry any baggage, he just wants to hit the ball hard. Carry any baggage, he just wants to hit the ball hard. He's carrying a lot of stuff around at the moment. Wayne Knights, he needs a bag out there, doesn't he? Hat. Oh, there's something there that's fallen out of the pocket. Right, we're ready to go. Good start. Van Allen had a wee look at it. He looked like he was lining that up. I think he'll have one or two siders here. Bondi is going to go.
Yeah, I think that's the role he's been given, and I like the fact that he just comes out and puts bowlers under pressure. And as a bowler, you want to settle into your spell, you want to get a couple of dots underway, you like to dictate terms. So if you've got a player who comes out and you know he's going to come hard and put you under pressure, instantly, mentally, that can put you on the back foot and impact you, and it impacts the team as well. The players sit back on the circle, it opens up opportunities for one, so that psychological impact of a player who plays so aggressively can be massive.
He went after it, but didn't get any bat on it. Yeah, and the other thing about that too, Bondi, is that he's supposed to hit the ball hard. New Zealand maybe swinging for an over and a half, not much.
Yeah, it was probably the warmest part of the day. The nor'wester was blowing, it was 20 degrees. Now, temperatures dropped dramatically. A little bit of water around on the surface, we're not seeing a lot.
I wonder whether they could do with the slip in for the left-hander. If he does manage to get the ball to go away. Just angles in, nicely played off his hip by Conway. Just the one. Yeah, most of the crowd roked up now, but it has been a lovely day. It's been a real mixture of the Christchurch weather over the last week. We've had snow, we've had 20 degrees today. The one thing you always get at Hagley Oval is good support. The fans enjoy, love it. Come out, and follow any team that's playing here at Hagley Oval, and they're getting some good quality cricket over this next week to come and watch. Oh, it's a swing and a miss. It's a good delivery from Shuraful. Good bounce and pace through to the keeper. Well, Christchurch was probably at its best today. It was warm, it was blue sky like you've seen in these shots. There's plenty of places to go out walking, tramping. Over to Sumner, there's plenty of lovely beaches you can travel to. It really is one of the most picturesque places in New Zealand. It's been a good over, just the 2 singles from it. Shuraful needs to finish it off to create some pressure here. Going to pinch a single, but it's a good over, just 3 singles. Good start by the left armour, 13 without loss. Good to see the kids along to the cricket, still school holidays here in New Zealand, so a chance to get out of home and watch some live sport. Hassan Mahmood, early into his international career, just the 4 wickets, best of 2 for 28. What a challenge for him now coming into the attack up against Finn Allen and Devon Conway. Oh, that's a good start. It's gone right through Finn Allen. Cut him in half, just a little bit of nip back into the right-hander, straight through him.
A little bit of seam movement, and that's that length we're talking about, just going over top of the stumps. We've seen Phil Allen try to pick the ball up over the leg side a number of times. Bangladesh have protection at fine leg, square leg. Just going to be consistent and patient there and force the batsman to do something different. It's good bowling.
That's the length. There's enough variation now, considering this is third game on the surface. If you can hang around that mark, you'll get a little bit of help. Right there, that's excellent. Good start here by Hassan.
Impressed by the Bangladeshi bowlers. Got depth in that area, the pace bowling department. Mr. Fazura on the bench today. The spinner's always handy. Sense it's sort of the batting that they're finding the area of struggle at the moment. What's the right batting order? What are the roles? How are we supposed to play? If they can post scores, this is a competitive bowling lineup.
Yeah, it's going to be the challenge for them, isn't it? I guess sorting out their batting lineup, where the players fit best, how to put a total on the board. Because if they can do that, they do have their bowling attack to challenge some of these top tier nations. Excellent area, just a single, can't do much more than that. Interesting that these 2 teams last met in September 2021 in a 5-match series that Bangladesh actually won 3-2 in Bangladesh. And there's only 2 players in this New Zealand lineup that were actually part of that tour. And that's Finn Allen and Blair Tickner, another 2 players that played that series 18 months ago. So there's been, for a number of reasons, different players coming in and out of the side. But I guess, Bondi, right at this moment, the depth of this New Zealand team is just beginning to be tested a little bit with a few injuries coming to the fore. It's a lovely shot.
Yeah, that series win for Bangladesh was on the back of one against Australia where they played on turning and gripping wickets. Low scoring series. Van Allen came at the back end and actually had an impact on that series. It's been one of the challenges for Bangladesh to wickets. They can win at home on poor surfaces. To win consistently in T20 cricket on good surfaces, tough. You talk about the depth. Adam Milne only bowled 2 overs today. went off the field. So you've got to ask the question, this was the chance to roll them out for 4 overs. Is there something going on, or is there a niggle? That's probably a concern for New Zealand.
Nice soft hands. Yeah, there is a bit of info on Adam Milne that he does have a bit of stiffness and soreness in his lower abdominal region. So, in fact, he's only got through 2 overs. He hasn't played much cricket in the last 12 months. That's a real concern. Lockie Ferguson has got an injury that New Zealand are dealing with at the moment. So the 2 Speakses in this New Zealand lineup have an injury cloud over them. So there's players that are going to need to be called in left, right and centre. A little bit of width. Can only find the fielder at point. It's a good start by Hassan, just the 2 from it. 15 without loss. It's not a great time, is it, to have injuries to key players coming up? Obviously, Daryl Mitchell, that's nothing you can do. Get hit on the hand doesn't matter, that just happens. Some of these other injuries, frustrating for the New Zealand setup. A little bit perplexing as well.
Well, I think in an ideal world you wouldn't want Bolt and Southey to play all the games, and this week you'd want to give them a rest.
Bit of work on the hand for the wicketkeeper. Generally you see plenty of tape on the fingers of most wicketkeepers. Mitchell Santner there on the left, back in the New Zealand squad. He's been away on paternity leave. Baby girl last week, so
Over the leg side a number of times. Bangladesh have protection at fine leg, square leg. Just going to be consistent and patient there and force the batsman to do something different. It's good bowling.
bit of work on the hand for the wicketkeeper. Generally you see plenty of tape on the fingers of most wicketkeepers. Mitchell Santner there on the left, back in the New Zealand squad. He's been away on paternity leave. Baby girl last week, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's back in the side on Tuesday when New Zealand face Pakistan. But certainly their depth is being tested right at the moment. Nice piece of timing, good placement too from Conway. Yeah, nice comfortable jog too. And that will be frustrating from New Zealand's point of view too, Bondi. This is the final preparation heading into the T20 World Cup. Yes, there's 2 warm-up games in Australia, but you really want everything sorted out at the end of the series. Coach Gary Stead, batting coach Luke Ronke, they'll want to know.
Well, you're going in with 2